Okay. Helmet segment. I'm excited. You're excited?
Love like.
I'm glad you're in the nah, something else. I'm glad you're in a better mood though, cause we did it when he was in a bad mood. I've been like, you just ruined this segment.
Yeah, bro. I need a little break.
So, we are doing the top 8 teams in NFL according to you guys with the helmets.
Okay.
So, in order. I know you don't like orders, but in order.
Top 8.
So my top 8 teams in order, like power ranking style.
Yeah. Then after that, we're going to do pick 2 teams that should make a trade before the trade deadline.
Out of these 8?
No. Any team. So,
Okay.
We're going to take a little break. Get y'all helmets ready before we go. All right, bet.
Cool.
And we're back. All right, here are our top 8 teams according to Lil B, Bruiser, and Cut Carter. You want to start it off? Start from 8 and go to 1.
8.
Put them in
I
front.
got 8. You know, my boys and Raiders, you know, if Kansas City lose tonight, you know, they're on top of the division. Shout out to them boys. You know, number 7, I got Houston. You know, they back on track. Deshaun Watson, you know. They got a lot of weapons on offense. Defense been doing a little something. And then, bro, let me have my moment, bro.
Selling them as the
God,
top 8 teams, bro.
And
Your
then
mic on the floor.
number 6, Carolina.
With no Cam?
With no Cam, shout out to Kyle Allen, but I don't know why they talking the speculations about Cam losing the job, but good job, Kyle Allen. Good job, Kyle Allen and Christian McCaffrey. It's really McCaffrey carrying the load. We got Green Bay, number 5. Them boys hungry, defense. Aaron Rodgers got a good defense now. No Devontae Adams, and they still good. So Aaron Rodgers hanging in there. Number 4, I guess I go with the Saints. I mean, they hot. Teddy Bridgewater, Kamara, Michael Thomas, they still going strong. And the defense looking good this year. Shout out to New Orleans, I guess.
Ooh, shady.
I knew I should have started. And then number 3, New England. You know, Brady gonna always
You
win.
got them at number 3?
Brady gonna always win. And Brady getting the job done as usual. Patriot way. Seattle. Number 2. Russell is hot this year. And he hasn't thrown a pick. And I see them winning this Sunday as well. Who they play this Sunday? The Ravens. I see them being Lamar Jackson in Seattle. So, shout out to Russ. And because it is going to be a good game for Earl Thomas' revenge game, but it ain't going to be that on Sunday. So, but in number 1, San Fran. Now, this team right here, they hot. Offense good. Defense good. I ain't know about the defense till they showed a lot these first 5 games. So, and Kyle Shanahan offense always A1 on point. And they always play fast. And the defense is playing great, like I said. So, these 8 are the top NFL teams, my 8 NFL teams in this league. So, like, looking at me like that, Cut.
Facts. All right, Cut. Your top 8. Let them know. Talk to him. Talk to him.
All right. So my number 8 team is the Buffalo Bills. Nobody expected them to only have 1 loss this early on in the season. Josh Allen actually showing up. Tre'Davious White and their defense is balling. And it's just surprising that they only lost 1 game. Like, I'm really amazed that they're actually above 500 by that many games. Number 7, I got the Texans, which is actually kind of low for them, I guess you could say. But who the hell is that?
Shim. Oh. Yes, we're recording. Yes. All right, we're going back.
The Texans are my number 7. I mean, they number 7 because Deshaun Watson is balling. Like, he lost 2 games, but to only have lost 2 games with that sorry O-line and the young defense, they making plays though. Like, they really showing up in the big game. Number 6, I'm going with Green Bay. I didn't expect them to be that good this year either, but they actually surprised me. And their secondary actually looks pretty good after a crazy down year last year.
Yep.
So they're actually up right now. And the D-line is really good. And they're actually winning games without their best player. That's what people don't understand. Devontae Adams is not best player, but second best player. Yeah. Devontae Adams isn't playing, yet they're winning games. I actually picked up Lazard in one of my leagues because The boy could ball.
Undrafted.
He said he made for this. He went to school in Iowa, I
Yeah.
think. Number 5, I'm going with Seattle. Seattle only lost one game to the Saints without Drew Brees, which is the only knock on their record. Russell's balling, the defense balling. I mean, I think they're gonna be a good team in the long run. They're gonna make a playoff run, but I don't see them like coming out or nothing like that.
Yeah.
I think they just going, they living up to a good expectation, and they surprising a lot of people because everybody thought they would struggle without Earl Thomas, Cam Chancellor, and whoever else. Number 4, their division rival, the San Francisco 49ers.
Faithful.
Sherman, Quan Alexander, Marquise Goodwin, Jimmy Garoppolo, Tevin Coleman, Matt Breida, Jerick McKinnon out for the year. But they got 4 running backs that are all capable. That's the crazy thing about it.
Cal Shanahan's system.
Raheem Mostert, if that's how you say it. They got Trent Taylor. They got Kittle. They got
They still
Kyle
got Joe
Juszczyk.
Staley. Yeah.
Marquise Goodwin.
They got Solomon Thomas. It's just a whole like
It's a good young
that
team.
being bad for all them years is starting to pay off. How about that? That's how you can look at that. Miko. Oh, I didn't start him.
I cut him last week. I'm sick. Patty.
Okay.
He walks over.
Number 3,
No, he hurt.
Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson is balling. They just added Marcus Peters. They already got Jimmy Smith and Tony Jefferson and Earl Thomas and Marlon Humphrey and all these linebackers that are also capable and a D-line that's capable and the offensive line is actually really good and they got 3 tight ends that could damn near be starters on different teams and they got Hollywood Brown who was started off hot. He kind of toned it down a little bit, but he's still a good receiver to have. Willie Snead having a great season there. Lamar could beat you throwing or running. You pick your poison, and he gonna do it. So that's just that's a real fun team to watch. Number 2, I got the defending champion Patriots. Still haven't lost a game. Probably won't lose a game no time soon. I mean, it's just easy to them, and I mean, you ain't got them top 5, top 3. Like it don't matter where you rank them, they gonna find a way to be there. And number 1, I'm going to go with the team that should have been playing the Patriots in the Super Bowl last year anyway. The team that's doing it without their best player, with a great all-time head coach who's going to win Coach of the Year this year, or should at least. I don't understand how 4-0 with Teddy Bridgewater?
Yep. Or, yeah, 4-0.
4-0 with Teddy Bridgewater as starting quarterback. And Teddy Bridgewater hasn't thrown for over 20, 50 yards except maybe one game so far this season.
Probably that Tampa game, I believe.
Right. So people talk about miracles or whatever. I don't know. Something good is cooking down there in New Orleans, though. And this Chicago game, which is probably the hardest game of this whole without Drew Brees stretch, if the Saints come out on top, how could you go against them? Like, how could you say anything bad about them?
Yeah, Bree. How could you say it
He's
against
in the
them?
playoffs.
Period. Like, they win that next game.
No,
After that Bears
playoffs.
game, after the Bears game, they had the Cardinals, and then it's a bye week.
I mean, I got the regular season. I want to see what y'all gonna do in the playoff.
We did what we had to do in the playoffs last year.
What happened? Y'all lost.
We got
For the
wigged.
past 2 years.
Got wigged.
Minnesota.
Can't even say Minneapolis, but you want to talk to.
Minneapolis. There you go.
All right, we back. My top 8 teams heading into week 7 of the NFL season. Number 8, the Carolina Panthers. Make sure that's right. Balling without their star quarterback, Kyle Allen, coming in and doing his job correctly, and the defense has been spectacular. I believe they're a top 10 defense.
Yep.
And they've just been playing great without Cam and just showing through adversity after starting 0-2 that they could ride this wave and just win 4 straight games heading into their bye week. Number 7, the Indianapolis Colts. Coming off a bye after beating the NFL MVP Patrick Mahomes without their starting safety. Shout out George Odom. So they came into Arrowhead to beat the Chiefs on Sunday Night Football. So shout out Frank Reich doing a great job coaching. Only problem I see with this team is consistency. Can they maintain it on the defensive end and the offensive end? That's the only thing I see stopping them. And the team that is ahead of them in their division, who is also my number 6 team, is the Houston Texans. Coming off a great win again in Arrowhead, Deshaun Watson balling. winning controlling time possession, showing that this team can win in multiple ways without Deshaun carrying all the load. He could also give it to Carlos Hyde, give it to Duke Johnson. And their pressure with J.J. Watt leading that front, getting to Patrick Mahomes, heading into a great AFC South matchup with the Colts. Number 5, the Seattle Seahawks. Russell Wilson, MVP front runner. How can you not put them in your top 8? And they're just finding multiple ways to win. Chris Carson balling. Their defense with Clowney, Wagner balling. And going into Cleveland, a tough environment. And the hype that Cleveland is a desperate team to come out and win. Shows that this Seahawks team can win in many different ways. So, the Seahawks are my number 5 team. Number 4, the Green Bay Packers. Yeah. The Green Bay Packers. Go, Pack, go. They still have a top 3 quarterback in Aaron Rodgers, arguably number 1. And they're showing ways they can win without their star receiver Devontae Adams beating Dallas, then beating Detroit on Monday Night Football. The defense has been sensational. Yair Alexander, what's the other Smiths? Y'all not looking. Just their defense as a whole has been playing well, holding the Lions to field goals rather than touchdowns when they're in the when the Lions were in their own 20 on multiple occasions. So Green Bay is my number 4 team. Number 3, the San Francisco 49ers. The home of the faithful. This team is leading the league in rushing. Matt Breida and Tevin Coleman coming back from injury, just different ways they could beat you. And Garoppolo hasn't played his best ball yet, but it's coming when the play action is open. So, and the defense is young defense with Nick Bosa, Quan Alexander, and led by Richard Sherman. They're hungry. I have my doubts about them because they didn't play a legit team until the Rams, and beating the Rams the way they did in LA. It's not a team. I predicted them to be the number 3 seed in the NFC, and they're just proving me right. Number 2, my New Orleans Saints. Balling without their star quarterback, like Cut said. Teddy Bridgewater coming in and doing his job, filling his role perfectly. And the offense hasn't been great except for the Tampa Bay game. But the Saints haven't played their best football yet. And when Drew Brees come back after the bye week or whenever he does, I believe this offense will be flourishing while at the same time the Saints defense will be balling as well. And if that's a recipe for disaster in the NFC. And the only reason they're not number 1 is because this team is just a juggernaut. Been doing it for almost 2 decades. My number 1 team is the New England Patriots. First, we can talk about Brady because we all know Brady's greatness, arguably the greatest player ever in the NFL. But this Patriots defense has been balling these last 5 weeks. I know the argument against them is they haven't played a quality team, which is true to a certain extent. But you play who's on your schedule. Devin McCourty balling. The other McCourty brother balling. Stephon Gilmore, arguably the best cornerback in the NFL to some people. Dante Hightower, led by Bill Belichick. This team is just too ferocious, too dedicated. And with the AFC still lacking quality teams, it looks like it's another road for New England Patriots to go to Super Bowl this year. That was a mouthful.
Was.
And those are my top 8 teams in the power rankings. Give me 2 teams.